Hello Taurus and welcome to my channel GreenLion Goddess Tarot. This is your weekly reading. We're just coming off a very intense and powerful full moon in Capricorn, which is a fellow earth sign. So it's interesting because, Capricorn, is a Saturn-based sign. So Saturn is in Aquarius at the moment. So Saturn energy will be squaring you. But because the full moon, is in Capricorn, which will be having a big conversation with Pluto, who's also in Capricorn at this moment, it's the earth energy will be trining you, which is an easier. So it's kind of like they both balance each other out, the challenges and the ease. And so we'll see where you land with it. But I think ultimately it's going to be, an interesting energy for you to work with. And it is, like I said, the Capricorn full moon is actually having a conversation with Pluto, the planet of transformation. The moon is illuminating what's going on. So you're potentially receiving some kind of truth that is helping you transform your world. So yes, the message I'm getting for you is I'm willing to let go. I release others to experience whatever is meaningful to them, and I'm free to create that which is meaningful to me. It's interesting because I kind of get this sense that what the image I got for you was, it was like you were a bull and you're a human with a bull head, and then you twirled around and you were just human again. You went, ta-da, and it's like, this is just me. I don't have to have this sense of people are always seeing me as this particular way. People can put the stereotypes or the expectations onto you, and it's kind of like, that's meaningful for you, what you think I should be, but what I am and who I am, that's actually what's meaningful to me. So you're letting go of somebody else's opinion, I guess, or expectation of who you are or what it is that you should be doing at this moment in time. So that appears to be an important theme that's coming through. So let's look at the situation and see what's coming in for you, Taurus. We have what spurted out. The Hermit. Okay, contemplation and wisdom. This is where it could be really good to just take some time out, withdraw, and go within and listen to the messages that you might be getting from your body. It's listening to that divine wisdom within. It can be analysing things, having a big, deep think about something and being quiet. Okay, now that's making sense. So contemplation and wisdom, I feel like it's really important to contemplate something quite deeply, and you'll come to that sense of potentially wise opinion or outcome that's coming in here. So you're seeing things from something that feels right for you deep down. And so you're going into that divine feminine space and making sense of something externally, the divine masculine, which is interesting. So let's see what's shifting for you this week, Taurus. So I actually feel like this is quite soft. It's a soft truth. It's not like a harsh, stark, revelatory truth. It's like you're still being shown the truth. You're seeing something clearly, but you can work with it quite gently and nicely. It's not like suddenly you're not my friend anymore or go away. It's just like, that's your opinion, but I've got to do what's right for me sort of thing. We've got Pentacle 9, Saturn, Virgo. So again, what's shifting is this sense of a lot of Virgos coming in for you actually, because the Hermit card is the Virgo card, and Saturn, as we said, is the ruler of that full moon. So Saturn is coming in and wanting to look at the structures in your life. It's interesting because Saturn in Capricorn energy, I feel like you're kind of caught between two worlds here. And that's kind of what we were getting with the fact that you'll be squaring the Saturn and Aquarius energy, which is a challenge, is to think outside the box and step outside of some kind of expectation or structure that is expected of you, or restrictions. But the Capricorn energy is also saying, well, you can work within the system. You don't have to step outside of the system. You can still work within the system and make something work. So, and you're finding that it's quite an intriguing balance. And this is where you're going, well, yep, you're still working within the system. Like, this is still me. This is what I want to do. But you're not stepping into somebody else's expectations. That's working outside of the system. So it's about doing things on your own terms, being really self-sufficient and independent, which is an important energy in breaking free of any kind of restrictions which have stopped you from doing that. So, and the Virgo energy is good because it's it's the card of, it's an energy of analysis of really, and it can also be where people have been critical. Sometimes the Virgo energy is where it wants to try and fix you or fix a situation, and it can come across as criticism when the intention is ultimately good. But I think it's more like analysis. It can be any of those things. Let's look. The Page of Pentacles. This is me. This is what I want to do. This is the thing I'm developing. So messages coming in around what it is that you want to be working on and developing at this moment in time. So let's see what else is coming through. The Seven of Swords. So this is the Aquarius energy of I'm breaking free. It is exactly what we're talking about. I'm breaking free. This is a military camp that this person's creating a strategy, a plan of walking away from a very restricted space into freedom. So it's like I'm developing a plan here, and it may be how you're managing a situation or a person so that's working for you better. So the Ten of Wands energy to come through. This is where you've been. It can be releasing burdens, heaviness. I don't want to be in that heavy, restricted space that I'm walking away from. There's an exit strategy and plan. It may be where you're rebalancing and working out responsibilities as well. Have you been working too hard? The Ten of Wands says. So the Queen of Cups. So if you have, here comes the Cancer energy. We are in Cancer season because that's the opposite sign to the Capricorn energy of the full moon. If you have been working too hard, then maybe you need to really look after yourself, start nurturing yourself. The Queen of Cups energy is the mother energy of love, compassion, holding anything that potentially may have been a point of conflict, somebody else's expectations of you, or carrying around the burdens of somebody else. This is where you can feel responsible for other people as well, the Ten of Swords. And it was responsible for other people's emotions next to the Queen of Cups. But ultimately, the Queen of Cups says, come back to yourself, look after yourself. It's about re-establishing emotional boundaries and expectations that are coming through here. And it can be to do with work expectations as well. And the Five of Wands represents conflict as well. These guys are battling each other. It can represent a battle. It's been a battle. It's been a struggle to set up these boundaries, to be able to kind of look after yourself. The Queen of Cups can be around your health. Sending love to yourself can be around your mother. The Queen of Cups can be a mothering energy, so it could be bringing up conflicts around your mother or how you were taught as a child to nurture and look after yourself. So perhaps there were boundary issues with your mother as a child. That's something that's coming in. Maybe you had really good boundaries with your family, and so when people do step over those boundaries, you've got this very clear sense of, I don't like that. So it can go either way. But we do have the Wheel of Fortune coming in, which is showing you that something's about to shift and change. Something has the potential to expand and grow. So that's why I think you're being really wise, because you're contemplating this situation saying, yeah, I'm willing to let go of somebody else's expectations of me or what's meaningful to them. And this can be belief systems. Maybe you were brought up that this is what we believe, and it can be to do with religion and anything like that. Family belief systems. With the Queen of Cups, that's very much a lot to do with family and roots. But it can also be that, maybe you're breaking away from tradition, but I feel like there's a sense of you're not wanting to throw out the baby with the bathwater. You're wanting to maintain this relationship or this situation, so you're finding a working solution within it. The Wheel of Fortune is interesting because I would say, this is the Jupiter in Aries that's around at this moment in time. So this is wanting to expand something in your world. And so this Page of Pentacles, the seed that you're holding onto, that you're wanting to kind of perhaps is something, the thing that's meaningful to you, that you're wanting to expand and grow. And you need to kind of detangle it from somebody else's belief systems or expectations before it can grow, because otherwise all it's going to do is grow with these blurred boundaries around it. And it's like, that's not what I was wanting. So it's kind of saying it's giving you the opportunity to do that at the moment, to detangle yourself and set up some clearer boundaries. In terms of the Wheel of Fortune, can be around personal freedom as well. It's Jupiter. It's about higher ideals, higher beliefs. And so this is where you're stepping into your own version of that as well. It can represent higher study, education, anything to do with that. So maybe you're learning new things on that higher level. Maybe you're having a conversation with your higher self. Maybe you want to go out and study. For some of you, this could be, you know, if you had issues around learning, maybe you want to go back and redo something and learn it again and do it again. So it can transform and manifest in so many different ways. But yeah, the Five of Wands is kind of showing you where there's been conflict with burdens and responsibilities that you're wanting to reassess. So let's see what's coming in. Reevaluate. Let's look at the energy around. Okay, we've got the Lamb. Okay, so animal energy. The Lamb energy is a beautiful energy. It reminds me, it's the child. It's the child. We've got the mother and the child here. So again, there could be, that's kind of highlighting that relationship between, you know, how you've mothered, if you are a mother yourself, or, you know, we've all got the archetypal mother and father inside of us, and it just can generate in so many different ways and manifest in so many different ways. You know, we are always caring and loving for things. We're also protecting things. So the Lamb energy is where have you felt, it's a very vulnerable, naive energy. So where have you felt like perhaps you've been vulnerable and naive? Has someone taken advantage of you? Or have you... do you need to open up to that energy a little bit more, show somebody your vulnerability and your naivety, your innocence? So, you know, it's something to deeply contemplate here with the wisdom, and it's a question of what is your inner child teaching you at this moment in time? Because the inner child wants, it's like this Page of Pentacles. The pages represent children as well, and teenagers or younger energies. So the Page of Pentacles is about wanting to step into, enthusiastically and naively step into something and not necessarily be tainted by the cynicism of somebody else or the knowledge that could stop you from doing it further down the track. It's sometimes really nice to go into that and not know everything. So the Lamb energy, yes, it can be related to a parent-child relationship that's coming in your life, whether you are one or the other or both. And yeah, it can represent not only your children, but children can be physical, like human children. They can be pets. They can be artworks, baby, whatever considered to be your babies at this point in time. So yeah, the Lamb, the innocent Lamb, is a lovely energy. And it could also be where somebody's been playing innocent energy, but they actually have been quite manipulative. So that's another thing they just told me. It's a wolf in lamb's clothing kind of energy. So this is, you know, there's a lot of deep things to contemplate here, but ultimately what it comes back down to is this Page of Pentacles. And it's going to be different for all of you, what the Lamb represents, but ultimately it's you wanting to connect in. The Hermit is the wise old energy. The Queen of Cups is the mother, and the Lamb is the inner child, the innocent. And there's the 3 stages of learning, the 3 stages of your life, the 3 stages of evolution here. And so it's contemplating, you know, the wise part of you is contemplating what the inner child is asking of you and telling you. And so connect in with that inner child energy, because it is actually a very wise energy as well. And ultimately, you know, you're going to get different messages that's unique to you from the Lamb. But this Page of Pentacles is very much the thing that you are developing. So listen to what that is, because it does want to expand and grow. And the wisdom of the inner child wants to be able to give you some messages on how to nurture this beautiful little baby, this thing that you're developing, that you're bringing into this world at this moment in time. So yeah, despite it could be conflict around, despite the fact it's like this crazy old world that's out there, but this is something beautiful that you're looking after at this moment in time. So, and this could quite literally be like a thing, a person, a living thing, or it could be something, you know, opportunity in your life, or it could be something within you as well. So I think it's actually a very beautiful and loving and nurturing energy coming through for you, Taurus. And just that is the way they're saying to really, you know, tune into yourself. What are your emotional needs? What are the things that are most meaningful for you that you want to grow and nurture in your life and expand? And that's kind of where this is coming from. And what do you need to let go of, which are other people's meanings and beliefs which have been restricting you and keeping you in a restricted space. So that's kind of like the wrapping it all up in one little bow. So that's the reading, Taurus. Thank you so much for joining me. Please like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment, and look forward to seeing you next time.